Yes, my people, how are we doing? Welcome back to another YouTube video. So, you'll be wondering why I'm in the car starting off this video, and that's because it is quite early. It's only 10 AM and I'm off to get this bad boy serviced. So, I need to get a couple of bits done to it anyway. When I got my MOT done at like the start of October, mechanic told me, you got a leak here where the coolant goes and there's something else I need to get fixed just above where like the right tire is on the inside of the car. Don't ask me, guys, I don't know fuck all about cars, alright? But anyway, I needed to get those done as it was, and then light came on my car there last week saying I needed an oil change. The engine needed an oil change, so I have to go and get the thing serviced anyway. So look, I'm killing two birds with one stone. Just hopefully it doesn't cost me a fortune. Should be good though, a couple £100, and hopefully that's the last fucking thing I'm gonna have to get done to this car for a very long time. So yeah, so we're off to get the car serviced. Unfortunately, it's pissing rain at the moment because I'm gonna drop this car off, walk from the mechanics to the gym, which will probably take me 20 minutes, and then walk home, which will probably take me 35 to 40 minutes. So that was gonna be my plan. I'm hoping, I'm praying he might have the car done by the time I'm finished in the gym. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna train push, I'm gonna do maybe some steps in the treadmill, I'll do a bit of stretching, I'll go for a sunbed, and I'll just hope that he texts me or rings me and says, oh, car is ready, and I can just walk back to the mechanics. But I just don't feel like that's gonna happen. So yeah, that's the POA for today. So I haven't even moved outside the house today because I woke up this morning and I got straight up to the desk at like 5:30, and I was just like checking so that I could get all my work done before I dropped the car. Still not done. I got all the check-ins done, but I don't have like execution clips done. I've a good fucking whack of those to do, but I can do those when I get home. So look, it's fine. But we've got Incline Smith press on the cards today, which I'm looking forward to. I really like this push session, and I thought, you know what, since I'm trying to kill a little bit of time in the gym today, may as well take the camera with me and do a little walkthrough, sit down and chat push day for you all today. So hopefully my strength won't be in the fucking swanny today, because I'm having a little bit of an earlier session and I'm feeling a little bit fucking haggard now today, I won't lie. But we're just going to have to wait and see how we get on, guys. So you'll see that very shortly. So you will. Strength has been pretty decent over the last couple of sessions. I had a fucking phenomenal leg day the other day, so I was super happy with that, and my quads seem to be recovering like really well at the moment. So did my hamstrings, and they were like really sore for the longest period of time. But I remember I did mention to you that like I was kind of overloading everything in the length and range, and that was just having me battered. Now I've kind of changed to like setting 1, setting 5 for most things, and my hamstrings are recovering way better. So that's good, because I'm able to just make more consistent progress and not feel like my hamstring's going to tear off the bone every single time I do 1 rep on a leg curl, you know. So that's been nice, and you know, Preston is feeling Gucci again. Again, like everything isn't going to tear off the bone because we've changed the resistance profiles. So I'm really liking the little setup that we've got training wise at the moment. Now again, one more thing just to mention, I really do want to change my split, because we did take some additional rest days recently and it did me the fucking world of good. I think that's why the last couple of sessions things have progressed so nicely, because I took some additional rest days in between like push and pull, and you know, after legs and stuff like that. I think I did a double rest day at one stage, and that definitely helped my recovery quite a lot. Like 4 days on, 1 day off is just a lot for me, mentally as well as physically. So I'm gonna ask Kuba, maybe can we move to like upper lower push pull legs, because I feel like I could still prioritize my arms that way. You know, I feel like if I did upper with obviously triceps at the end, and then I did biceps before lower, and then I did push and triceps, pull no biceps, and then legs with biceps at the start, I think that could be a pretty solid fucking option for me. So I'm gonna say that to him in this week's check-in, excuse me, and see what he says. So yeah, anyway, I'm outside the mechanics, guys, so I'm gonna drop this car off and I will catch you in the gym. Oh, here we are at last. I fucking hate walking, man. That was like a half an hour walk. I feel like I'm fucking 17 years old again with no car and no freedom. My back is pumped up now already after that walk. But less fucking complaining and bitching and moaning. Let's get in here. Let's have a good session. All right, guys, exercise number 1, we have got the prime pec deck. Now, as I mentioned in the car, we have changed the resistance profiles of a lot of my exercises, okay? So for this first set, it's more of like a warm-up set, right? We want to challenge the pec in its shortened position. We want to just get a little bit of blood flow in that area, and we want to just warm the pec up so that I'm safe going into my pressing, all right? So we just do one set here, and we overload it in the short. Now, my goal for this set is just to get a good set, a clean set, good stimulus, good pump, but not go to failure, right? To be honest, I'm probably leaving this like 2-3 reps shy of failure. I'm just aiming to get a good set and a good pump, and then save all of my energy for that incline Smith press and the 2 presses after that, okay? And then, once I've done my 3 sets of pressing, we'll come back to the prime pec deck here, and I believe I'll do 1 set on setting 5, so that will be in the stretch, right? So after I've already completely exhausted myself on my pressing, we'll come back and we'll do like a proper failure set on this in the stretch. So, you know, this is how I've been doing my other push day as well, with my seated cable fly. I'll do 1 set of seated cable fly at the start, I'll do my pressing, and then I'll come back and I'll do the exact same seated cable fly with a failure set afterwards. And on that other day, I do the same weight for both sets. So the set that I'm going to failure with, as the 4 exercise in on my seated cable fly, I'm using the same weight there and kind of getting the same reps as I am on that warm-up set. So as you can tell, that warm-up set is like super easy, right? I could go way heavier and I could do way more reps there if I wanted to, but that's not the goal. The goal is literally just, it's just a glorified warm-up set, basically, guys, is what I'm doing here, to be honest, you know? But I still kind of program it in, or have it programmed in, and I still logbook it, etc. All right? So I've done, I got 90 pounds on this here. This isn't like my working set weight, but I will warm up before I do this warm-up, if that makes sense. I'll probably touch like 2 or 3 different weights, and then I'll just show you like the main set for this, so you can see how far I'm kind of taking it, and how, I suppose, slow and controlled and purposeful I'm being with the contraction I'm trying to get. So another thing to run through here whilst I'm at it, guys, is going to be positioning. So when I did this session with Kuba, he was saying that I was too upright on this, okay? So I was sitting right up with my arse right back in the seat, chest up like this, super neutral spine, like I do a lot of other exercises. And to be fair, like I tell my clients to do a lot of exercises, right? Spine neutral, chest up, shoulders back. But what I was doing then is, as I was coming forward, I was getting a lot of delta coming into play. Even though I wasn't trying to, and even though I was keeping my shoulders back, just because of the way I was positioned, I was getting a lot of front delta, okay? So what he told me to do was, instead of being up this position, scoop my arse forward here, right? And then just bring my hands down a bit. And then as I come across here, because I'm at a slight angle, these delts, right, they're not coming into play. And it's made these flies way more challenging, like way heavier. Like I can't even describe how much heavier it's made these flies. And I've not felt it at all in my shoulders. Now I normally don't feel this too much in my shoulders, but where I'll feel it is like, you know, at the top of your chest, where your chest almost like inserts into your shoulder. Funnily enough, this is where I'm getting a lot of the like tweaking issues in my pecs. That's normally where I kind of feel this. So like I'll come back into the stretch, I'll feel really uncomfortable across the top here. But now that I've kind of taken this new position, I'm not feeling that at all. I'm feeling it like a lot more in the bottom of my pec. So that small tweak has made a huge difference for me. So if you're doing a pec deck, guys, slightly scoot your arse forward and almost like slouch into it a little bit. Now, caveat to that, you don't want to obviously slouch down like this. You still want to have your chest up and your shoulders back, right? But you're just almost sitting at a slight bit of an incline, okay? So I'll show you kind of how this looks. Also, you notice here I'm not grabbing the handles. That's just what's feeling better for me at the moment. I kind of go between both ways here, and because the weight isn't too heavy, I'm kind of able to do this. But yeah. Coming forward then, good squeeze, guys. So arms straight across the body, 1, 2, and then slow and controlled on the way back. Pausing that stretch, boom, okay? Now, it's the last warm-up before the warm-up. Okay. Oh. Okay, no, leave it there. So just when it's starting to get a little bit challenging, but still pretty comfortable, I'll leave it. So felt good, got exactly what I needed to get out of that. 10 pounds up, match reps, perfect. All right guys, main press of the day, one of the all-time goats, low incline Smith press. So the goal with this exercise on the warm-ups is going to be to take as little as I possibly can to get into the rhythm of the movement, warm myself up, and that's it, okay? Please, please, please guys, do not waste loads of time on your warm-up sets, especially with your pressing, okay? Anytime I train with clients, this is always something I'm calling them out over. People doing 8, 9, 10 reps on their warm-up sets, complete fucking waste of energy, okay? You do not want to be doing many, okay? And I feel like the more experienced you are, the less you'll need. I feel like if you're a little bit less experienced and your form is not that great and you're not that proficient in a movement pattern, let's say, you might need a little bit more. So that is where I would kind of caveat this. But by and large, for the most part, once you actually start to add weight to your warm-ups and you're working up to that top set weight, don't take many reps. So on an incline Smith press here, if I'm working with 3 plates and maybe a 5 aside, let's say, for my top set here, this 20 kilos aside, I would probably only do this for about 5 reps, okay? 8 reps like absolute fucking max. But from there, as I start to add 2 plates aside, 2.5 plates aside, 3 plates aside, right? I'm probably only going to do like 1 rep, all right? So how I'll warm up will kind of depend on how I'm feeling on that given day. And I'm going to know as well, based off my warm-ups, what I'm going to touch for my top set weight. So the last time I was warming up on this session, I was like, fuck, everything's feeling really good today. I'm going to take a load progression. I took a load progression and I matched reps, but I actually did a better set than the previous time that I did the 5 kilos lighter for. So I'm going to basically know today, right, if things feel good, I'm going to take another 2.5 kilos up a side. Okay, it's a very gradual progression here. I'm not slapping a 5 or 10 on each side, just a 2.5. Okay, it's a very, very minor progression. Now, if the warm-ups feel good, I'll be able to do that. If they feel a little bit, and things aren't moving well, I'm going to stick with the same weight that I did the session before, and I'm going to aim to just get a rep up. Simple, okay? So auto-regulation of your sessions is very important as well. And you don't just auto-regulate your sets and your volume and shit like that. You kind of just auto-regulate your load progressions. If you feel like something is on that given day, fucking take it. You know what I mean? So like, if I feel like a load progression is on today, I'm going to take it. I only recently introduced this back into my split. So because of that, my propensity to take very clean load progressions for the first couple of weeks, I know based off my own experience, is higher. Once I get to a certain stage and a certain weight, I'm going to be like, you know what, I'm going to not be greedy here and I'm going to take an extra rep, okay? But I'm just trying to run you through the thought pattern and process that I have basically for why I'm doing certain things that I'm doing, all right? So I'll show you the first warm-ups. I'll show you all the warm-ups on this actually. Fuck it. We'll just keep this session raw AF. In this size though, I must say it's a lot harder now to get the bar to my chest. The old mobility isn't what it was, that's for sure. Right. Perfect. Oh, you bastard. You know what? I actually think I'm going to push this back a little bit as well. Because I like to sit in the crack rather than like at the very base of this, to be honest. All right, next warm up on this is going to be 2 plates aside. Now, you might be thinking, oh, that's quite a large jump. it might be a large jump for you, but it's not a large jump for me. Does that make sense? If I'm working with 3 plates aside here and a 5, then this is going to be, you know, less than 2/3 of that weight. For you, this might be a fucking huge progression. You know, like if this is your top set and you're doing 2 plates aside, you probably want to be doing, you know, a plate and a half for your next warm-up set. And then maybe touching a plate and a half with a 5 kg, you know? So I'll touch this. And to be honest, I think in the last session I probably did 2.5 plates aside, but only because, again, I'd only recently added it in and I was still trying to feel it out a little bit. But if this feels good now today, I'll go with 3 plates. I'll do like 1 rep of that. And again, if that feels good, I'm like, right, that's it. Leave it there, save my energy for the top set. Oh. It's like fucking doing the limbo every time there. No. Oh no, it's the other way. I need to fucking pull this bench. It's forwards, not fucking backwards. There we go, that's better. Setup, guys. Importance of setup, I always speak about it. Setup first, execution second. Oh, that felt easy. Easy. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, I felt really good. So, 3 plates aside next. Right, guys, this is the money rep. This is the moment of truth. This is where I decide whether I stick with what I had last week or I increase the load. I'm feeling a load increase already, you know. Based off how that fucking 2 plates aside moved. I'm feeling fruity today, so. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. That fucking didn't feel too great. Didn't feel too great at all. Bollocks. Right. I'll wait and see what I'm gonna do. Just because I've had too many pec tweaks in the last couple of weeks, months. I don't trust myself. I trust you though, so.
Yeah, we've got this, bro.
Right, going for about 6 here, alright?
Yeah. Big step on. Yes, easy work, bro.
Ooh.
Feel a bit sketchy.
Feel a bit sketchy, mate.
Mate, don't.
I'm just not gonna.
Bro, what is the point in risking it? No point.
It's happened to me too much in the last couple of weeks. I can even feel that there now. I felt, oh.
Bro, just go live.
Yeah, I know. It's not worth it, isn't it? No? I knew on the warm-ups as well. I was like,
I've done it with my quad before.
yeah.
It's just stupid.
It is.
If you're injured, you can't do shit.
Yeah. And I've had to scale back so many times, man. And the annoying thing is, right?
It's minor because there's 100 ways to skin a cat, but you can still grow your chest. Training lighter.
But you know what happens is, like, I'll scale back, okay? And I'll do like a couple of weeks where I'm scaling back, things start feeling good again, I'm building back up the strength.
Yeah.
And then I'll get a date where today, right? Where like, I felt really good last week, right? So as you would have seen / heard there, after like 1 rep, I was like, nah, that doesn't feel good. So it felt like another one of those tweaks, honestly. It was like another one of those twinges. I could just feel it across the left portion of my pec. It's funny because the last time I tweaked my pec, it was my right tweak. It's like as I'm coming down, I'm almost focusing on keeping more tension through the left-hand side because that feels better. Does that make sense? So I'm trying to like ease off on the right-hand side, take a lot of the load on the left-hand side before I press up. But then there, instantly, first rep I pressed up, boom, felt that kind of shockwave again through that left pec. So it's just fucking not worth it, isn't it? No, it's really annoying though, because I kind of knew off that 3 plates, I was like, oh, that didn't feel great today. Fuck it, I'll take the load progression anyway. Just let my ego get in the way of that. But the frustrating thing is, last session when I came in and I did this weight, and I did 3 plates with a 2.5 each side. It fucking moved like butter. Like, it moved so well, so strong, so powerfully. Pec felt amazing. So it's just a bit of a frustrating one, guys. Just a bit of a frustrating one. But I think given the circumstances today, coming in, training a little bit earlier, hydration is going to be different, fueling is going to be different. Probably should be going for those PBs on those days, but it's just fucking, it's so hard when you have an emotional attachment to training, and it's so hard when you're emotionally attached to certain movements, like this movement for me. I fucking love this movement, so I always want to get decent numbers on it, but it's just not worth getting injured, is it? But it's just, I'm really fucking frustrated, to be honest, guys. Like, I'm trying to obviously stay as like positive and optimistic as I can when it comes to my training, and just work around things where I need to work around things. But like, I just feel like I'm never going to be able to fucking train my chest properly again. Like, this keeps fucking happening to me, and it's the most frustrating thing ever. And I'd say if you're watching my videos, you'll think, oh, this fella's been dramatic. He's not tweaking his pec at all. He's had so many pec tweaks that like he couldn't be feeling what he's feeling, or he's exaggerating what he's feeling. It's like, no, genuinely, guys, it's like an electric shock / snapping elastic band going off across my pec when I get these tweaks. It does not feel good. Like, it does feel like I'm getting micro tears like every single time. Fuck. So yeah. Well, that's my day ruined now again. But we've got the remainder of the session to do. So we'll go back to 2 plates per side on this incline Smith and see how this is feeling. But if this isn't feeling great, I'm definitely not going to be doing that Atlantis incline press. I'm going to just choose to do something easier, like a pin loaded chest press, and just get a pump. And that's going to be it. Yes, guys, how are we doing? So, as you will have likely seen from that last clip, the 100 kilos on the incline Smith press didn't go too well. I couldn't even put pressure on the bar without feeling the shockwave going through my chest. So I binned that off. Then I moved on to a Nautilus pin loaded chest press, which the last time I tweaked my pec was actually what I did for a couple of sessions, and it was fine. Went onto it, couldn't even do a single rep on it without my pec acting up. So I think this tweak is possibly a little bit worse than the last tweak I got, which is really frustrating, guys. And honestly, like, I was just, when I had to completely abandon my session yesterday. I had to abandon my session because I was like, well, I'm not going to be able to do any other chest press movements. I'm not going to be able to do my dip variation. Like, and I was like, fuck even training triceps, you know? So I just abandoned the session, and I just walked home, and it took me fucking ages to walk home, and I was just fucking mentally and physically drained by the time I got home yesterday. So I was just in no form. I was just in no form to record, to be honest. So yeah, perfect example of do as I say, not as I do, guys, or a perfect example of fucking not taking your own advice, right? And it's annoying, like, because I'm editing this video now and I'm watching those clips back, and I'm just like, you fucking dumb idiot, because I was literally speaking about auto-regulating your training. I was speaking about how, you know, your warm-up sets are going to dictate whether it's on or not, and if it's on, take it, sort of a thing. And I did that third warm-up set, and I went, ooh, that didn't feel that good. That didn't feel that fruity. And then I still went for the load progression. Like, I mean, fucking retard. So I was asking for it to happen, guys. But again, like, it's just like, it's the ego. It's letting the emotions come into play. And I've been on a fairly decent run of training the last while. My last push session or 2 were fantastic. And I was basing everything off that, right? Rather than going with how I'm feeling right there and then in the moment. I was like, yeah, well, the last couple of sessions will be grand. So I'll be grand. I'll be fine. It's all good. No, you just really need to just take a step back, be rational, go with how you're feeling in that moment of time. And, you know, I was speaking to Kuba about this yesterday. I was like, oh, man, I'm after fucking tweaking my pec again. And he's like, do you have a video of it? And I sent him the video. He's like, oh, why are you using the elbow sleeves? I was like, the elbow sleeves aren't that big of the issue. And I was like, it was only a 2.5 kg load increase. I was like, but the last warm-up didn't feel that good. And he was like, well, why were you adding 5 kilos total if your last warm-up didn't feel good? And I was like, yeah, fair enough. I was like, it's not that big of a load progression. He's like, well, it is. And he's like, you shouldn't be taking it if your last warm-up set didn't feel good. He's like, why didn't you just stick with the same weight you did last week and try and get a rep up or whatever? And then we were having a conversation how, if something doesn't really feel good on a day, and he was like, why didn't you just stick with, why didn't you just go with 2.5 plates aside and just do 2 sets of that? And I was like, probably should do that, I can always, if something feels a little bit off, do less weight, but more volume, and it's something that I probably should do, but it's something that you don't want to do in that given moment of time. And I was kind of saying, yeah, mate, but I'm just so focused on the logbook, etc., etc. And he goes, yeah, but if you're using the logbook properly, then you shouldn't be taking that load increase. And I can agree with him on that there. It's just frustrating though, because I was like, oh, but look, mate, I have been progressing things quite slowly since I scaled back and I've been building back up. I haven't been taking the piss with it, and I really haven't. My form and my tempo and everything is fucking on point. But it just fucking keeps happening. And obviously there's some underlying, there's an underlying injury there, right? And if it's a grade 1 tear, which I imagine they're probably both grade 1 tears, right? If it's slightly torn and it's I'm resetting and I'm scaling back, but I'm still using it for a couple of weeks, and then I start to slowly up the weight again, and then it just goes again. It's obviously just not fully recovered, and I'm just re-injuring it every single time, and that's kind of frustrating. But then at the same time, it's when I got the first injury on this pec, it was just before I started prep, and then by the time I got the second injury, it was after prep. So that's 6 months in between, guys. I mean, surely it would be fucking fully healed at that stage. It's just a frustrating one. It's just a really frustrating one because, like I kind of said in that last video when I was walking around the gym, it's just it's annoying not being able to train the way you want to train. So yeah, mentally, look, it's a little bit of a challenge, but what can I do? I have to just work around things, guys. I have to just try and change the way I train. And to be honest, I feel like I just need to be just absolutely ridiculously patient, ridiculously rational. I did kind of know myself there. That last warm-up set shouldn't have felt good. And I should have went, right, don't be the hero today. But it was only because the session beforehand, yeah, and that's the frustrating thing as well. It's the session literally 5 days beforehand, I felt like I could run through walls. I added load to the bar. Those 8 reps moved super smooth. My chest felt fantastic. It didn't feel sore. It just felt like I got a really good pump. And I was unreal, right? I manhandled that weight easy. And then even that 1 rep with an extra 5 kilos felt fucking terrible. It's just so funny the way it happens sometimes. But anyway, guys, I won't complain about it too much longer. I'm just going to have to fucking, get some BPC and TB500 and just slam it into me again and just try not to take the piss. Moving forwards at all. I'm wrecked today, guys. I'm wrecked today. And even at the start of yesterday's video, I did say, I'm feeling a little bit haggard today. And yeah, I think I was probably getting a little bit sick because another update for you all. So I woke up this morning and I was fucking glued to the bed, right? And I actually did sleep last night, which was good because sleep has kind of been a little bit up and down the last while. I haven't been sleeping as much, but I did really sleep last night. But my resting heart rate was up 5 beats per minute. My body temperature was up 0.3 of a degree or something, which obviously isn't major, but it's still something, right? Especially because it's pretty cold at night at the moment. And I woke up and I felt fucking roasting. I felt like I was overheating. I woke up and I just felt crap and I was like, whoa, fuck, I just don't know if I should train today. And then I actually checked my Oura ring after that and I was like, resting heart rate's up 5 beats per minute, body temperature is up. I had something as minor signs, something is at your body signaling. Look, we shouldn't always listen to the Oura ring, but it is pretty accurate a lot of the time. So I text Cuba and I was like, look, mate, I actually text him. I didn't text him until 9 o'clock, right? And I texted him and I was like, look, mate, I was waiting to see if I'd feel a little bit better once I got up and I just cracked on into my work or whatever. But I feel a bit fucked. I was like, my head is hopping, body temperature's up during the night last night. I just feel a little bit off. Yeah, look, we were kind of due a deload anyway, to be fair. So he's just said 3 days rest from here. I feel like I need it, like not just physically, but I kind of feel like I need it mentally as well. Like I was in pretty bad form yesterday. I'm not gonna lie, you know. So, and even as I was watching, watching it back, guys, I was like, this video was meant to be like a push day walkthrough, taking you through some tips and some tricks and some knowledge and some insights into the session, and then it ended up just completely backfiring and I fucking tweaked my pec again. But I'm gonna leave that in there. Okay, I was thinking like, oh, will I just scrap this video and will I get rid of like the pointers I was going over on the pec deck in the start and blah blah. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna leave it in. And I think somebody actually said to me recently, I don't know, was it like in an Instagram DM or was it in a YouTube comment? But they said how they like how I show the lows as well as the highs. Like I'm showing the whole entire process here, guys. Like I'm not just showing all the fruity stuff, everything that goes well. If I have issues, whether that be with my blood pressure or with my nutrition or with my training, whatever it is, I'm going to show it and just show how I'm personally responding to it, how I'm dealing with it, how I'm going to get past it, etc., etc. And obviously, as you can tell by my demeanor right now, because I've woken up a little bit sick and because I did that to my pec again yesterday, and because I'm going to have to rest for the next 3 days, I'm not in the best form overall. But it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. I feel like I need the rest, like I said, a little bit mentally more so as well now than physically. So look, it's going to be a busy next 3 days anyway, and I'm just going to probably just keep recording throughout the week, show you little snippets of it. Brandon is coming up to Ultraflex tomorrow to do a shoot, so I have to show up for that and do some bits for hard body, and then I'm going to Derby. I was meant to originally train legs and shoot, but now I'm just going to have to drive down there and shoot because I did promise Cooper I'd go to Derby for him. So I have to drive down to Derby on Friday to do an explosive fibre shoot, hard body shoot tomorrow, explosive fibre shoot Friday. So not exactly the 3 days rest I would have hoped for, as I'm still going to be doing shit. But look, it is what it is. It is what it is. I probably might even take another day's rest on Saturday, to be perfectly honest, depending on how I'm feeling, and then just go back into the gym on Sunday. Because Saturday was meant to be a rest day for me anyway, as one of my clients is competing in the US, so I kind of want to be available for him on the phone and shit like that if I need to be. Yeah, I just feel like I need a day where I'm not going to be doing anything, because Saturday is like not a check-in day for me. I only have a little bit of work on, and I just feel like I just want to have a day where I just fucking lie down in bed and just feel sorry for myself. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like rest days sometimes, guys, rest days need to be rest days, and deloads need to be deloads. And is it really a deload if you're fucking driving down in the car all day, doing a photo shoot, etc., etc.? It's like, yeah, I'm not training, but I'm still like mentally like a little bit stressed because I've got like, I don't know, shit I need to do and responsibilities and things of that nature. So yeah, I'll wrap this clip up here, guys. That's going to be all you're going to hear from me for today. I'll let you know how I'm feeling over the next couple of days, and maybe show you some behind the scenes bits of the shoots and some of the new products that are going to be coming out for hard body and explosive fibers. Link down below. Use code DMAC10 for discount if you want to get yourself some bits. And yeah, hopefully by the time the weekend comes, I'll be good to go when I go into train push in my next session. I'll actually be able to do a press, because if not, that would be depressing. Punny, right? Anyway, guys, I'll leave that there. Catch you in a bit. How are we doing, guys? It is the next day. I am just about to go to the gym now for this hard body shoot to meet Brandon, and we're feeling a little bit better today. I'm feeling a little bit better today. Still a bit drained, like, but I don't know, not as fucking smashed as I was yesterday. Got a decent sleep last night, slept over 8 hours. Rest and heart rate did drop a little bit, which is good, and I didn't feel like roasting temperature wise when I woke up, so that was a positive. Now I am still feeling, you know, pretty down in energy. I'm kind of dreading this shoot, to be honest. You know, when you're just not really feeling it. Yeah, so hopefully it's not too bad. I'm just going to say to Brandon, look, man, I'm not feeling the best, so can we just take whatever photos we need to take, and I need to get out of here. and I'll have to fucking drive the whole way to Derby tomorrow now. I'm not even going to be training, I'm just going to be shooting. But it is what it is. What was I going to say? Yeah, barely fucking moved yesterday, guys, I'm not going to lie. I ended up just like, I went for one walk in the morning and I was like, just felt fucked after it. And I was like, you know what, I'm better off just pulling back on my output here completely. So I only did like 4,000 steps because I basically just didn't move for the rest of the day after one walk in the morning. Went for a nap for like an hour in the middle of the day as well. I feel like that definitely helped me feel a little bit better. You know, when you're a little bit sick, guys, a little bit run down, your body just wants to like sleep. Just wants to sleep and sleep. So that's what I'm trying to let it do. So I'm going to get this shoot out of the way with now. And honestly, I think I'm going to go home and I'm going to try and nap again, if I'm perfectly honest. Because I just feel like I could do it to sleep. In an ideal world, I'd be back in the gym on Saturday. Sunday latest. I might take 4 days rest, to be honest. I might just take a full 4 days. I feel like 4 days for me is like the perfect amount of rest, like deload wise. Because I feel like I'm only kind of coming back around, like second day of rest like this, 2 days rest back to back. I mean, it feels like an extra. It doesn't even really feel like an extra rest day. The third day does, and then I think the fourth day is like the full day of recovery. And it's kind of when you're going to be like, ah, yeah, I actually really want to go back to the gym. You know, I kind of have to have that feeling. I always say this to my clients in terms of like deloading. You should feel like you're absolutely itching to get back in the gym. That should be a successful sign of a deload. So if you've taken a couple of days off and you still kind of feel a little bit meh, maybe you should take some extra days off. And for me, you know, I'm kind of coming to the tail end of this push-up now. The end of this week is going to be week 19 out of 25. So after I finish this week, I've got 6 more weeks, I believe, of being like, well, 6 more weeks in the push-up and then 5 weeks cruising. So ideally for the weeks that we have left in the push-up, I don't want to have to take another step back. So if I need to take 4, even fucking 5 days rest now, I will, just to make sure when I do go back to the gym, it's complete uninterrupted progress. And I think my pec could probably do with oh, excuse me. I think my pec could probably do with the extra rest, to be honest. Fucking thing. Oh, fucking hiccups. Anyway, we're nearly at the gym now. I'll see if I'm even up for recording here. I'll probably show you the stuff that we're... When will this be live? I'll see. I'll ask Brandon if I'm able to show you what's actually dropping now. And if I can, I will. If I can't, then you're just going to have to wait and see.
Can't be ours.
Pleasant surprise today, guys.
Hello.
Big gym. At the gym.
Trying to get bigger.
Trying to get bigger. Yeah. We've got our extra medium hard body t-shirts on here now.
Special delivery.
Oh, special delivery. Here we go. Right. Are we allowed to show this?
Yeah.
Yeah? So look what we got. Look what we got here, guys. We've got the new hard body blackout collection coming soon. These belts are absolutely sick, guys. Black on black. You just can't go wrong. So these will be dropping very, very soon. I'm going to try this belt on now because Brandon's had to readjust it like 3 times for me. So let's hope it fits.
Is it going to follow you?
Huh?
Is it going to track you? Have you got your mic on or my mic?
I just have no mic on it.
Okay.
There we go. Because sometimes I can't be arsed bringing the mic with me, you know. Much better.
That's fucking crap, that is, mate. Let's fucking do this.
Pretty nice. So guys, this is the blackout power stack that is going to be dropping on November 20th. So we got the black on black MV Pro knee sleeves, the black on black wrist straps, which I'm actually buzzing for because these are going to go with absolutely everything. Currently right now I've got a purple set, which don't really go with too much, but I love them. They're probably one of my favorite gym accessories. Proper sturdy. And then we've got this new lever belt, which is extremely sturdy, I must say. I had the forest green lever belt, which you would have seen in one of my last videos, but this is like a little bit thicker, and the new lever belt system that Brandon's after coming up with, it's just a little bit more convenient. It just feels a little bit more comfortable and like less clunky than the old lever setup, in my opinion. What do you reckon, Jim? Big Jim is going to be using this a lot more than me because he actually deadlifts heavy weights, whereas
Yeah,
I don't,
belt
you know?
deadlifts, lads.
I'll use it for hacks.
Use it
Just
for
'cause
hacks.
It looks nice. It's probably a bit overkill. But
Jim would be deadlifting 400 kilos if he used one of these bad boys.
yeah,
I'd
I'll
say.
be too overpowered.
But he just wants to grow his erectors, so he's not going to use a belt.
That's it.
That's right.
So on erections.